Hey guys, it's just a little miscellaneous item. Since I'm probably not going to get into any more big radio restoration projects for a little while, I want to get that guitar project to the point either where it's going to be a guitar or it's going to be junked before I go taking on another radio project. But I have lots of little tasks I want to try and get done in the meantime. And one of them was I never had a haven't had a like a test audio amp at the bench here, so like one of the little tasks I did the other night was when I restored a Dynatuner FM tuner, the input sockets were completely rusted, and so I thought, gotta upgrade them. So I fitted a couple of nice gold-plated phono connectors, but it's a big hassle to then test it out because I don't have an audio amp. So I got one of these little guys off eBay from China. It's a dual 50 watts Class D amp. Basically $40. So it's just got phonos in and auxiliary in, and power supply input for the wall wart, and your speakers out, on off volume, and a headphone jack, and that's it. So I've hooked this guy up to my two JBL monitors that I've had lying around for a couple of years and never had a use for them. Yeah, this thing has been playing for a couple of hours, and it is totally cold to the touch. So it's nice. So yeah, we can shake the windows with this lot. All I gotta do is figure out how I'm gonna mount it into the bench, because obviously I don't want to take enough room on the actual work surface. So I think I'm gonna have to completely redesign the back wall here, so I can mount all that stuff on it without losing any more bench space. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this guy. This is the kit for mounting the speakers on the wall. So essentially this guy here screws into the back of the speaker and locks on. This guy then pops in, this ball pops in the socket, and this guy comes down and tightens everything up. Theory is fine. However, my problem is I'm working in a very restricted space. I got one in, kind of, sorta. The other one I'm going to put in over here, but I got to move the AC distribution stuff around a bit. Anyway, the challenge is when you have very little room to work, this ball won't go in the socket if this collar is already gripping, let's say, just the first thread. It has to be not engaged at all for this guy to go in here. And then you can pop this on and get it engaged and tighten it up. And I guess if you were mounting this on a wall where you had lots of access each side of the speaker, that is a fairly doable thing. It's got these two access holes here. These are not threaded. They're just for putting like an Allen key or a screwdriver or something in, just to give you leverage so you can turn this and really tighten it up. But again, the challenge is to get that to work when you can't really get around the back of it. So the idea is that speaker is going to go there, the other one's going to go on the left side, and I'll fix the amp underneath the upper shelf here, so nothing is taking up bench space. So here's the final setup with the audio amp. I made an aluminium bracket to screw it onto the underside of the shelf, mounted the two speakers. The one on the left has fallen down once already. I did manage to get an Allen key around the back to that knurled tightener thing and got a little bit more on it, so hopefully it'll stay up now. The power supply with the blue light on, I just hot glued it to the shelf. It doesn't get very warm, so I don't think there's any worry of it, and it doesn't weigh very much, so there's not any fear of it falling down. Yeah, so that's it. All back together, and I have an audio amp.
Disputant pour la victoire dans le cadre du championnat suisse des slaloms les 21 et 22 juin prochains. Slalom de Chamblon, sortie Yverdon Ouest. Jusqu'à fin juin.
There we go.